Alright, everybody, welcome back. Oh god, did you hear my my fingers crack? My knuckles. When I was stretching. I saw it peek on the mic, I was like, ooh, that probably wasn't pleasant to listen to. But anyway, we are back with Ace Attorney. Last time we left off, we met with Gumshoe and the creature. Oh, let's go. Where is my evidence? But yeah, Maya is not here. She has been replaced with Emma, legally distinct from Maya. Maya's off training, or whatever. So we got Emma now. She's really into science. That's her thing. It's all she ever talks about. It's her favorite thing ever. Her sister has been arrested for murder. Her sister is also the chief prosecutor. I'm here. Welcome, welcome. How's it going, Partial Bullet? Who died? Oh, we don't actually have his profile. I'm actually not sure who died. But, this woman is also here. And the victim died in Edward's car and was killed with Edward's knife. But Edward didn't do it. I can check this. Oh, I can examine. Blood. Oh. It's supposed to be the victim's blood, right? It better Edward cut himself peeling an apple. What's Edward doing with a knife like this anyway? Hey, maybe he spends his weekends roughing it up in the wild. Edward, in the wilds? I think my fruit peeling theory is more likely. Are you kidding? I always pictured him as an outdoorsman. That man is not going outside for more than 30 minutes. There's a scary thought. Oh, we can take a look at this. Oh, there's something on the bottom. Hey, check it out! There's a metal plate here. Looks like the name of all the previous recipients are engraved on it. No. One guy's listed a bunch of times. Von Karma. Guess he must be a foreigner. Yeah, that's probably it. Well, wherever he's from, he must have been an amazing prosecutor. I'd like to meet this Mr. Von Karma sometime. Well, when she says it does have a ring to it. How do we tell her? Alright. Gumshoe gave us this. Hey, it looks like something was crossed out. Maybe it was a letter to something to Detective Gumshoe? Let's see. Radio bonus $20. I think a couple of zeros are missing. That sounds about right. At least in the detective case. Maybe I should rethink my career as an investigator. I can look at my badge. Oh. Screw? Huh. So this is what the back of the badge looks like. I always thought it had a safety pin. Badge has a number carved into it. Well, you can tell which attorney it belongs to. You couldn't lend your badge to anyone? No. I'd be found out right away. That's no fun. Yeah, this would never happen. Nothing like that would ever happen. Okay. Bye, Gumshoe. We're going to a parking lot. To the prosecutor's office. Like the investigation's still going. I have to get Biggie Bear in the shop. Who said this? Well, that's definitely the cowboy, whose name I forgot. I know who did it was Luke at me. He traveled back in time to enact revenge. I knew it. Sorry, looks like you'll be stuck in this pit till the sun sleeps. I'll see it. Whoa! I'll see you in my dreams tonight then, baby. Ah, it was the, lunch lady. Oh, still here? Ah, hello. Why, the surprised looks. Didn't I mention? I've got a boyfriend in criminal affairs, too. What happened to the security guard? I played this case before the final case of the game. I can't believe the payoff to that joke. That's because, this case was written after the third case. I mean, the third game. The first 3 games were already made. And then the first game got ported to the DS because it was originally on the Game Boy Advance. So when they ported it on the DS, we're like, okay, we're gonna add a special bonus case to the first one for the first game. Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? Looking like a dog that's lost its herd. Jake Marshall. Strange guy to be put in charge of a crime scene. I have this. Do you mind reading this for— oh, oh god, I'm gonna be stuck permanently Southern accent now. Would you mind reading this for me? What's this? I warn you, fan letters go right in the spittoon. It's a letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. May we investigate? Gumshoe? That old cow dog? Hold a birthday party or something? Huh? Look, where it should say letter of introduction, it says invitation. I think he just miswrote. How am I getting all defensive here? No worries. This proves it from Detective Gumshoe better than a blood test. Guess I'd better let you in then. Thank you, Officer Marshall. Alright, that's right, he's a patrolman, not a detective. Which reminds me. Hey, wait a sec. Isn't the crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher? Well, folks, who's it calling? I'm going to ignore the question you just asked. Welcome to our gold strike. Be like the settler. Strike out for lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Have a hootenanny. And whatnot. Note to self. Police investigations are like settling land. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say? I don't think there's any more destiny for us to manifest. Look at this. Well, we've already looked at all this. Let's slide to the right. this? Looks like a cell phone. Scientific analysis would suggest it belonged to the victim. Can't think of anyone else it would belong to. Oh my, I just realized it's huge though. It's the size of his head. Look at the outline compared to the phone. Should we check it out? Sure, why not? Check it out. Oh. Hey, I'm not pressing this! Phoenix! Phoenix has become self-aware and opened up the menu for me. What is this? Man, what a boring strap. What's wrong with it? Everyone has a different taste, you know. Here, check out mine. It's a pink princess strap. These are hard to come by, you know. I see the series as popular as ever with the kids. Were phone straps a big thing back in the day? I don't really remember the era of flip phones all that well. This phone still has the redial screen. Oh, this phone's still on the redial screen. Redial? Mr. Wright. Most phones keep a record of all the calls you've made and received. You just press the blue button to display the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about it. Sorry to disappoint you, but even I know things about things like redial. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. Just never know with people from your generation. Whatever, let's check this phone out. Oh, let me press the redial button. Let's see who the owner of this phone called last. Note to self, defense attorney doesn't think first, he just pushes the button. Hey, that song! I know that! Hey, what's going on over there? Oh, sorry. I see you, partner. Pressed the redial on that phone there, didn't you? Yeah. Whose phone is this anyway? It's on the ground over there. Whose is it? Belongs to Chief Prospector Sky. What? It's my sister's! She digs for gold now? Yep. Apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody right after the crime. Look. Last call was made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds, according to this. What did she call? I don't know. Sorry, partner. I don't know. Now, I got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now. One of those newfangled ringtones. Oh, that? Oh. Sorry, that was my phone. What? Your phone? Yeah, it's kind of strange, but... Someone called me as we picked up the other phone, a wrong number. Hope you're not lying. They shoot you for that in Texas, partner. Uh-oh. I've incited the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman. Oh, we've just stolen it. This rope, is it? Yep. I laid it in the outline of the victim's body. No, wait. The victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him. I've got to be the only person I know that would come with that conclusion. This appears to be the car where the body was found. Looks like the lock on the trunk is busted. Oh god, I'm having a flashback. Crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. Quite a luxury car. It just screams, I have money to burn. Yeah, prosecutors get the big bucks. Oh, a trunk I can click on. What's this? Looks like a note of some sort. Look, something's written on it. Goodman. 6, 7, with an S or 5, 12, 2. Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed. Oh, so what does it mean, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed? I don't know. For Detective Wright, you didn't go to Edgeworth, not Wright. One search Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either. Okay, first thing when I saw this is, can I Oh. I was kind of hoping I could... Well, I guess I could... Oh, well. Oh, I can do this. Aha. What if we... Okay, well, this doesn't really... Yeah, this doesn't really change anything, actually. This... I'm not seeing a secret message here. Anyway. Guess we can talk to you. Officer Marshall, could you tell us more about the victim? Good men always die young. Remember that, partner. Are you threatening me? Should be a little more specific. Bruce Goodman. He was a detective, right? Well, well, aren't you a feisty doggy there now? Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. Smiling Madonna told me that the tale. I think he means the witness, Miss Angel Starr. One stab to the chest. Fine piece of work. Here's the autopsy report. Death due to blood loss, one knife wound, died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. Oddly specific time. So between 5:30 to 2:30? 2:30 p.m. to 5:30? Is my sister involved with the victim in any way? Funny you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prospector Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all. I couldn't do that on my iPad. I didn't know you could turn autoflip off. And every time I flipped it, the screen would readjust. Oh, no! If only you had it on the DS, then you could just flip the DS upside down. Nothing in common. Apparently worked together on a case a few years back. So there's no motive. Goodman wasn't particularly gifted detective. Kinda sucked, actually. That's one reason why he didn't do much work with the chief prospector. But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here to this parking lot. So it seems. Like calling an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon. We don't talk about the guy who says high noon. mean any offense, but... Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective? Call me out? They shoot you for that in Texas. They shoot you for a lot of things in Texas. I was one of them fancy-shoed detectives till 2 years ago, to tell you the truth. Oh, really? Now he tells me. But you're a patrolman now. So how can you be in charge of the crime scene? Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambina? So why are you in charge? I don't know, no reason. We're just short in hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out in the meantime. That's odd, though. Dr. Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Nothing important, at least. He's nothing but a sad old cowdog that can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, huh? Edgeworth? That cowdog's been kicked out of this cattle run. By order of Chief of Police. Just, you don't realize it yet. Detective Gumshoe kicked out of the investigation. So there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister. I mean, there's the case 2 years ago that was mentioned, but... That's correct, but... There's a gold mine of evidence against her. The prospector tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. Afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. Many condolences. Officer Marshall! Yeah, Bambina? How can you say that? You're my sister, you're... There's something between this cop and her sister that I don't know about. I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's that dry wind that's a-blowing through the prospector's office. Dry wind or ill will, there's someone's up to something here, but who? And you do realize that we're in a prosecutor's office, right? What? Suspicion about Mr. Edgeworth has been flying around for nearly 2 years now. Forged evidence and arranging testimonies, you mean? I wonder how Marshall can drink and talk at the same time. Psychic power. He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you. But rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them. If you follow the rumors about Edward to their source, you'll find one person. But they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say. One person? Who? Hate to say this, but it's your sister, Bambina. Chief Prospector Lana Skye. What? My sister? Edgeworth couldn't rustle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets. Some people load them with deals. They're shooting money out of guns. It ain't right. What? You're saying Edgeworth was making deals to win trials? When there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. Unless they shot the money out of the guns, like I was talking about. I think I've kinda got distracted and forgot what this metaphor was supposed to be. That's what the old-timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it. Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? Did they target him because he was closest to Edgeworth? So, well, doing, Mr. Wright? I guess we got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone. So you think we'll be okay? Well, the only... There's a little thing still bothering me, is that the fact that your sister has confessed to the crime. It's gonna be a bit of an issue. She says she did it, Emma. No problem. Smile. Everything is going to be okay. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal. By the way, Emma. Yeah? I know that song your phone plays when it rings. What? Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? Popular TV show. For kids. You're one of those. The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine, it was yours. Okay, so Lana called Emma after the murder. Or at some time during the murder. Okay, after the murder. Your sister called it you, didn't she, Emma? Hey, I'm sorry. Can you tell me what we talked about? She hung up right away. I see. Suspicious. Detective is murdered, and the suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. I've got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on. We literally know nothing about what went on. I think we don't know most of what happened. We've literally got a cell phone, an ID card, and an autopsy report. And I guess a knife. To be continued after I get my water. Oh, and also after I save. Save? Okay. Okay, I'm going to get some water. Okay. Alright. February 23rd. District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. How did the investigation go, Mr. Wright? Frankly, there's still a lot of gray areas. Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. Don't worry about me. No matter what the outcome, I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you one word of advice. Yeah? A defense attorney should never believe their client. The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of a wrongdoing. Never forget that. A Sky you. Remind me a lot of Mia. Also, you're a prosecutor. What would you know about being a defense attorney? There's one decisive difference between you and her. And that is... That's what I'm saying! You're not a defense attorney! Stay in your lane, man. Damn, okay. I believe the trial's... I believe it's almost time for the trial to start. Good luck, Mr. Wright. My first trial without a Fae helping me. Oh god. Oh god. Oh no. I can't summon Mia to- I can't use Maya to summon Mia to help me out here. Oh no. Mia, come pick me up, I'm scared. No one's gonna bail me out this time. I'll be alone in there. I have to discover the truth all by myself. Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way. Well, you wouldn't happen to be able to summon ghosts, would you? Mr. Wright, that's very unscientific. Alright. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Skye. Defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Edgeworth. That's him. It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in a courtroom since this trial. I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. You better not be feeling anything right now. I wasn't. You're the one who brought it up. I will choose the path that is right, regardless of what those around me might say. No one said anything. I think he's projecting a little bit here. I will prove that spirits don't exist by attempting to summon a demon named Dahlia. No. Emma, no! Emma freaking dies. Judgment is to be made here in our hands, not those of anyone else. No one said anything. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. Oh my god, he's doing it again. Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot. Wow. He's much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything! However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. There is a witness to her crime. A professional witness. I think he can be pardoned from any crime. Is this true? I don't know much about pardoning laws. Or if there are pardoning laws. Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. Prosecution and it calls its first witness, Miss Angel Star, to the stand. The cough-up queen? Haven't I seen you somewhere? You ordered the caviar lunch, right? Dang! Oh, caviar! I've never eaten caviar before. Truth is really wolfing it down. I don't think I've had caviar either. For you, I have a fiesta bowl. Thanks. Will the witness state her name and profession? Ah, and you, sir. Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? That's just a box full of rice. too early for lunch. Your name and person, please. Can I have it? I wouldn't mind an entire box of plain white rice with some pepper on it. My awesome meal. Well, Your Honor, how did it taste? So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts. I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca. What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like? Name, profession, now. Me? The name is Angel Star. Don't go forgetting it. Myself running the Lunchland. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. Prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating. Hurry up. Oh. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime. Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth said to the court, I am a professional. What exactly does that mean? Until 2 years ago, Mr. Angel Star was a special investigator with the police. There's an achievement for getting her to present all of her meals to you. Angel Star 100% speedrun. She was a first-rate homicide detective. What? Oh, these courtroom sprites for Emma are really good. Like, really well. They got the perspective and stuff. Miss Star was a detective? Oh! Now I remember. I know who you are. Cough up Queen Angel Star, Your Honor. Long time no see. My gavel! Everyone listen to this very well. You may continue with the description, Miss Star. Who is this lady? I might have the court's attention over here. Parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. Look at this diagram I just made. I made this at home. I brought it from home. A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. The chain divider separates the 2 blocks. I suppose that's to keep the visitors from taking up the prosecutor's spaces, yes? The crime took place by a car in the back of A block, in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with this knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness and an arrest was made on the spot. And who was this valiant witness? Why, it was me, Your Honor. Alright. Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime? Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor. Seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright? I can't agree on principle, Your Honor. Fair enough. It seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining? If you can, then give them your worst, Miss Star. Why are they talking about me? What did I do? The sprites were taken from the Wii version of the game. Something I do want to say is that sprites is that they blink. I find that a cool attention to detail. It is. Somehow I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend when I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finely honed detective intuition at work, not institution. Ah! Jesus! Why is this so scary? Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. Bringing a lunch to your boyfriend? How touching. As you can see, there's no room for doubt. The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife at which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman. I mean, that's not... you just said you saw it happen. That's not... it's not really decisive evidence. Also, wait a minute. This isn't on the tip of the knife. I mean, it kind of is. I mean, you'd expect it... there's really emphasizing the tip of the knife, which... I mean, it's close to the top, but definitely not the very tip. I'm still thinking about it. It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. Let's double-check. There we go. Holding a knife in her right hand. No prints. Okay. What hand is Lana's bandage on again? Let's press everything first. Was that different? Why does it sound different? How did you know? I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime, but their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. No difference? Okay, I'm just insane. The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted. I'm gonna get them to start fighting. That's how we're gonna win the case. Given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim, killing off a detective that knew too much was merely an extension of that. The start. Do you have something personal against prosecutors? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. I haven't. If I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one. Laid off. Fired. Thinking that our witness might be just a little biased. To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro, as you know. So my testimony is unbiased and flat. You made some statements that I think your testimony might just be a little bit biased. Very well, you may continue, Miss Starr. Lunchbox to your boyfriend. Let me look at the map again. So, okay. Telephone there. There is a wall separating the cars, so she'd have to be... I just realized you guys can't see my mouse. So she'd have to be, like, either by the car or, like, not quite towards... it really depends on where she was standing. If she was... Well, actually... She could have been in the B side. Because she's technically a visitor. And then just was walking... We have to figure out where she is, because if she was in the B side, then she definitely would have seen it. But if she was on the A side, there's a chance that she didn't see it. So... Where were you? This boyfriend, he's the detective? Not that boyfriend, the security guard. That boyfriend? You have several? Yes, this boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Care to join? The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants. I'll stick with the lunches, thanks. Note to self, the judge had to think before replying. The security guard room is in the lot in A block. Okay, so you were in A block. It's on the second level, so you can see okay, yeah, there is, like, it's not all the way up, so if she was in the security room, she would have been able to see down to the car. That would be the room with the large security sign. Good to know. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by car? Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block. So she was in B block when she witnessed the crime. Okay. Sense something. So you're saying you had a premonition of the murder? I felt like... How would you say? Oh yes. It was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds. Okay. I have no idea what that means. Me neither. Speaking of detective's intuition... Wasn't the victim Mr. Bruce Goodman also a detective? Yes, but he was like a young cheese. A young cheese? A pale white cheese, not tangy with experience on streets. A queen horn. I must be hard, yellowed, and sharp as a tack. Yeah, with the old odor of an old cheese to match. Cheese. In any case, there, in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind. Gouda cheese sucks. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Gouda. My favorite cheese is string cheese. Yummy. My awesome snack. Okay, so you were on the B side. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to the garage car. By garage car, you mean... Mr. Edwards' car, yes. Mr. Edwards? Digitally, the knife which the victim was stabbed with was also Mr. Edgeworth's, wasn't it? Indeed it was. That could mean anything, though. What an odd case this is. What an odd coincidence. And the person you saw, you sure it was the defendant? I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. Also hate extra smoky bacon, too. Too smoky. I think it's okay. I'm certain it was her. She's telling the truth, we're doomed. Let's just do what we can. If we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick. We can always make something up, Your Honor. Witness, in your testimony, you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. There we go. You are a biased witness. You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie. Huh? Rookie? Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. I'll fry you like a fritter. Crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside. That was inspiring! I think I heard that tagline elsewhere. Could you cry plagiarism? I may have been relegated to the lovely post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed. She looks surprisingly calm in this photo. This is fine. Oh, Rep, you took this? The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over in step. I took a picture. I wasn't okay, but this still doesn't disprove the fact that you're biased. You still haven't said anything to disprove that. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera. Suppose that's more exciting than just hanging around your neck. Witness, why am I only now seeing this photograph? Think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs. Well, this is most certainly the defendant. That is unmistakably Lana Sky. She's got a coat on. So what was the defendant doing at the time? A knife in her right hand. We don't have any evidence disproving that. Tell me more about this knife the suspect was carrying. Well, I'd say the blade was 4 inches long. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It's your knife, after all. Yes, that's about right. Prosecutors by nature are well versed in the locations of a man's vital organs. Not so much a women's. So they're safer. I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise set. This case is gonna make me hungry. Now I want egg. You can't testify as to her ability to kill an egg. I mean person. Perhaps chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor. The defendant was holding a knife. What then? Oh, I want a boiled egg. Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife at Detective Goodman's chest. Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no? The defense has a point. Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late. Too late? Yes. Next moment, Chief Prosecutor brought down the murder weapon. I see. Shh. Oh, it wasn't even repeating dialogue. It's really mushroomed. You already said that. Oh god, she's an NPC stuck repeating dialogue. Scientifically speaking, that's the other thing I say. The Star's testimony is flawless. What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty? I mean, maybe. Arrest the witness. Don't smile at me like that. Um... What is game mode? Story mode? Oh. The game just plays itself for you. This is clearly... Oh, let me... Actually... I can't... Tab, port record... Let me check what this... This doesn't seem to really... Where's the body? I guess it could be in there. This is what I'm thinking. Objection! No, no, it's definitely different. Hold on. No, it sounds different. That is definitely different. I'm not going crazy, that's... Hold on. That's different. Objection. Sound effect. Or sound effect. Hello! Objection! Yeah, that's definitely different. I guess it's higher quality. Did they update it to... Hello, Justin. Gotcha! No, what? No, I wanted Phoenix Wright. Whatever. But yeah, it's definitely different. I missed the old objection. Okay, so I wasn't crazy. It is different. Okay, I will. Deliver lunchbox to my boyfriend. The old actor got in trouble. Well, wasn't the old voice actor for Phoenix, like, the first games, just literally some guy working at the office? Oh, I did not mean to pull up Blue Badger. Okay, let's just press the witness more, I guess. Other boyfriend. Security guard room is in the A block. You saw this. Been reset too. The game did update to add new stuff. any contradictions here.
Hold it!
The wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor. That's true. You could see him through the wire fence.
Hold it! Hold it!
I pressed everything twice, and I don't know... And the hint is just press.
Hold it!
Deliver, I guess, maybe the map? You can't get to the security room?
Objection!
No. There's something we can check on the knife? That doesn't help. Okay, the car was at 5... Yeah, 512. On the back. I got nothing. There's nothing.
Hold it!
Nothing here is. Prosecutor, Chief Prosecutor. Did you not notice the code?
Objection!
No. What? Okay, let's Reload the save. I'm confused. I'm not sure what it's trying to get at here. It's like... The only thing's like... It's emphasizing the knife, but... Knife in her right hand. Do I say no?
Objection!
No. I'm confused. Deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. But that's not what I wanted to click on. Where did she say she was? She said she was in... Here. She said she was here. And that she saw the murder take place on the other side of the fence. Which doesn't really disprove anything. And the photo she took... The only thing I can notice is the coat, which... has no real contradiction to what she's saying. Yeah, we can't see her hand. We have nothing. I'm so confused on what it's trying to get at here. Because the only thing I could think of is either the parking lot floor plans or the knife, and none of those... It's to a garage car. Did you not notice?
Objection!
No. Okay, I'm like, oh, did you not notice them kind? No, that's not it. Knife in her right hand. Then she... Yes. Wait. Where is the knife wound? Okay, no, it's in the chest. Nothing she says... Chiefs, I can't post profiles. Oh, you meant like...
Objection!
What? Huh? What does that have to contradict with anything? What does that have to contradict? What? Huh? Huh? Oh, because she's not holding the knife. Okay, that makes sense, actually. I guess you can't really see the body, either. You saw Miss Guy stab the victim with the knife. So I've already said yes. I swear it on my finest salmon swirl lunch. I'm sure this is a fine lunch. Isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. This is the photograph you took at the very moment of the crime, is it not? Oh, she's... You don't like fries? What? Fries is my favorite. Why is this guy not holding a knife? Damn. Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts, you usually respond. Objection. That would be the weakest objection I've ever heard, Edgeworth. Yet it was still stronger than your ever feeble mind, Mr. Wright. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? You can taste rice. It has a subtle flavor. I cannot. Huh. This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. It was taken the moment after the stabbing. Or she's still not holding it.
Objection!
How can you tell that? Blood splatter. Huh? Well, then why is it on, like, her left side? Unless she took off her coat. It's a black and white photograph, also. That could be... She could have spilled her dang coffee on that. Is that even her coat? I'm phoenixing real good. It's hard to tell, but it could be blood. Well, Mr. Wright, see no problem here. No problem except you. Mr. Wright, are you going to just sit there and take this kind of abuse? I'm kind of used to it. Well, of course I'm going to. There is a problem. Let me think of one. I mean, this contradicts with this witness-centered testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. It seemed to be slightly unclear. My apologies. Oh. That's it? You run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. Don't like it, you try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Good advice. Not sure I understood it, but good advice. You shouldn't take advice you understand, Emma. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold and calculating, like a robot. This is a scary image. They upped the budget on the murder photos to make them real scary. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder.
Objection!
Premeditated? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hand in that photograph. Oh, are those gloves? Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? It's not premeditated. She would not be wearing those gloves. These gloves do seem to have the tell a tale of premeditation, I will admit. Premeditated murder, a serious offense? Witness, add this to your testimony. Murder was planned, the rubber gloves prove it. Let me save again. Hold it. She was just in the habit of wearing. Okay, not the line of questioning I was gonna go for, but alright.
Objection!
Gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves, the kind used for autopsies. In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder. It's the only possible conclusion one can make. Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime. Impressive. I'm sorry they took you off the force, Miss Starr. Stop saying that. Let's prove it. The fact that it was an Edgeworth's car
Objection!
with Edgeworth's knife. Witness, do you know what this is? You're trying to test me? I sell box lunches for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. Knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk. Indeed, it is my knife. What's with this case? That's what I'm saying. Prosecutors. I mean, are prosecutors bad people? Who's bringing their kids to this? Who's bringing their kids to court? I don't think this court even has a jury. I think people are here for fun. Is your neck okay? I think the tracking's off. Defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide accurate testimony. What's that, rookie? Your testimony, you stated the Lana Sky planned this murder. That's why she was wearing those special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning. Phoenix brings kids to court. Look at Pearl. Pearl brought herself. Pearl canonically walked to the courtroom from Gurine Village. Never. Why would she not also prepare the most important thing, the murder weapon? Oh. This knife happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon. How about Cody Hacken? He was a witness. He wasn't there for fun. He was a key witness in a murder. I'm talking about why would someone A, watch court for fun? Well, I guess that makes sense, but B, bring their child to the courtroom. Phoenix's own daughter? Phoenix has a daughter? Phoenix doesn't have a- what are you talking about? Does he? Is that in the newer games? He brings her to court. Awesome. Looking forward to that, I guess. Order, order, order. Daughter with who? Actually, don't tell me. That's spoilers, I guess. It's also a crossover with Professor Layton. He has a daughter with Professor Layton? Right now the tide is turning in our favor. Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's good as free. I don't... We literally just started, but alright. Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. What? Phoenix is the mother. Dang. I gotta focus, I gotta focus. We can't talk about Phoenix Wright getting pregnant. We can't go on that tangent. Hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. Not over such a trifling detail. But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. Ah. Prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. Anyone who seems to care is the lunch lady over there. Defendant Lana Sky murdered a detective with a knife. That's the only thing the prosecution needs to prove, nothing else. Why? Your mouth looks weird from this angle. I mean, it would definitely change the charges. If we determined if it was premeditated or not. Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now? You know as well as I do that she planned the killing on him. It was planned. If it wasn't, why would she have been... I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again. Why'd I say that in such a weird accent? Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you! My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. Really now. Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. Stop showing me this picture, it's scary. That's why she called him to the victim. She called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. The victim was summoned to the police department to the prosecutor's office. It does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it? How did you know? So if I order pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy? Not answering that. In any case, the defense now may cross-examine the witness. How do you know that? You have no proof that Miss Skye called him there. You have no proof that she didn't. That... Mr. Edgeworth, thoughts? There's no record of a call made on the defendant, Miss Lana Skye's phone. She might have written him a letter. You can't just make something up. In any case, the victim came to the prosecutor's office where he was murdered. I'm sure he had reason to be there. Witness? Why do you think it was the suspect who summoned the victim that day? Why would he have a grudge of it? Well, why would she have a grudge against the victim? What kind of grudge? Well, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know that. Of course you don't! That's because she didn't have a grudge! Rookie. I have a lunchbox here. Now, what's inside? How am I supposed to know? See? We got this lunchbox here, but we don't know what's inside. A person's life is like a lunchbox with pretzels. Don't you agree? I get it. That's why my lunch was so salty. Judge isn't very good with metaphors. So you're, again, just making things up. The suspect had a grudge against Detective Goodman. Will you tell us your basis for thinking this? It's simple. Again and again. No, she didn't. She only stabbed him once. Say she stabbed him again and again. You couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With more surprise! Chris Deltarune would love this. Oh man. Everything reminds me of them. I miss Deltarune. I want Deltarune Chapter 5 to come out. Yummy moss. I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Star. What do you mean? I shouldn't have to explain this, but look, take a look. The autopsy report states death was due to loss of blood from one stab wound. Aha! You're right! Good show, Mr. Edgeworth. What a hunk! He's my hero, really. Excuse me. What about my objection? No one noticed? just small potatoes. I'm not important. Well, witness? I'm back, but Phoenix brought Luke into court, and the young boy witnessed murder. Who is Luke? Oh, from Professor Layton. Do people die in Professor Layton as well? You got the crime scene set, right? Professor Layton's. Oh, okay. I haven't played a Professor Layton game since, like, I don't know, I was 8 or something. The crime scenes that I do. Who uses much ketchup on rice? Oh, thanks. I always believed no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now I realize such mistakes are possible. So, you're saying you mistook something for blood? When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood on her breast. And why were you looking at her breasts? Someone who cannot taste rice. Well, I taste it, and I would never want to put ketchup on rice. That's like putting ketchup on bread. Just not a hamburger, just bread. Like putting ketchup on toast. It ain't right. This witness kinda sucks. All she does is be mean to me and make me hungry because she keeps talking about yummy meals. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice. Then tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify. A red muffler. Hold on, I need to Google what a outfit is. Oh, it's a scarf. Okay. I didn't know. My evidence. She is not wearing one of those.
Objection!
This is easy. It's
Objection!
been a while, hasn't it? Mayhaps. Objection! The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. I missed the first thing Phoenix said. I was looking at chat. What? The suspect. That's what I was gonna. What? But I was saying Man, can't even do my job anymore. She texts with the defense and prosecutor. By the way, there's a special rule where you can be quite a thief of light, Miles is. No, he's a thief of my words. This has nothing to do with light. The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. You proved it yourself with this photograph. That's what... Huh, but that can't be! Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless. You haven't been in court for so long, the prosecution needs to be the defense. No! No! Congratulations. Perhaps you finally found your true calling in life. Harsh words, but good. In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails. What was my objection? Chopped liver? Everyone's so mean to me. But there was a scarf. No, not that, but something red, really. Well now, where were we? Witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business. What? Very well, witness. Very well, witness. Continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that. Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least. You couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony. Most important part? Part where their sister stabs the victim. Next testimony might just be the moment of truth. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly caught her and explained her rights to her and arrested her on the spot. Ah yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile. You're quite determined about this scarf, aren't you? I strike like a snake and I bite like a cobra. Those are both snakes. That's me, Angel Star. That's what I'm saying! That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of a snake. Don't bother me with the details unless you want to get bitten. Oh, thanks. Note to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites. Are you not? Nope. Chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. An oil drum? Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr! Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine if you will. From behind a partition off to her side. Okay. So where's this partition on the floor plans? I'm sure she means this wall next to the car. That's right. There's a wall there, about 6 feet high. She's obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do. What did you do then? I quickly caught her. You quickly caught her. I say quickly. Were you close to the suspect? I just said. I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time. Press her because there's a fence. I'd like to see this on the floor plans just to be safe. Lunch lane car was here. Would make it about 30 feet from the car. Is that correct? Yes, that's right. But there's a chain link fence in front of you. I went over it, of course. Oh my god! You vaulted the fence? Amazing! Look off a Queen Lunch Lady athlete indeed. It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence. She could have gotten my sister that fast. This was about 9. Oh yeah, that is tall. How did Miss Sky not get away? Listen to the muffler. Mention the muffler. Exactly what did she say? If I remembered exactly, I would have told you my testimony. Alright, fair enough. Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler. Just one word. So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but someone else. Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone. Her phone? She can't mean... By phone, do you mean the cell phone discovered at the crime scene? Yes, ultimately... My memory... It's like a salmon heading upstream, you see. No, the court doesn't see, Miss Star. What are you talking about? Chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall. On the wall? That's right. In the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall. Apparently it was out of order. So used her cell phone. Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day. Good witnessing, witness. Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying? You should of course add this to your testimony. Things I do to please this rookie defense attorney. That's behind a wall, isn't it? Oh, first let me... Made her escape. Can you be more specific? She brushed aside my hand and ran. It's a terrible sight to see, like a dollop of lard on a pate of pate of... foie gras? Huh? You kicked over an oil drum at me. Oil drum? Was an oil drum lying outside at the scene of the crime? It's strange. What's that? She wanted to escape. Why didn't she run the other way? The other way? Ah! Parking lot entrance! That's right! Doesn't make any sense that she would run from behind the partitions to the oil drums. Excellent! More mysteries. Wish we could solve a few before finding more, though. Sorry my sister is so suspicious, Mr. Wright. Oh, sorry as I am. She didn't do it. You gotta believe me. You can't... Let me save. Just save. Can't see the telephone or there. Couldn't have seen that. Unless you were just standing there watching her.
Objection!
If you chased her and then just stood at her for a while to look at her while she made some calls and then gave up. Miss Starr, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Sky.
Objection!
The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias. Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You who, together with Chief Prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago. Well, Miss Starr, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up. Anyway, let's look at the floor plans. You said that you witnessed the crime scene from this point. However, if that's true, you could have possibly seen Miss Sky making that phone call. What if you see what I'm getting at? That emergency phone was on the back side of this partition. If indeed you were in Block B, couldn't have seen it. But... ah! Order! What is the meaning of this? Simple, Your Honor. Not coughing up lunch, she's coughing up lies.
Objection!
It's quite the claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me to question. Tell us what lie this witness has told the court. Before you get it wrong. Lied about... It can't be where she saw it. Because she took a picture from the angle of the B area. And order of events wouldn't really make sense, so it'd have to be what she saw. She lied about what you saw. In other words, she didn't see Miss Sky using the emergency phone. Doesn't seem to have... hard to imagine how she could have. Very logical. Patooey on rice. Mr. Wright. Okay, let me... Okay, well then it'd have to be where she saw it, but that doesn't make any sense. This guy tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What's significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it'd be pointless for Miss Star to lie about it. That way I just learned. It was a lie, I see. But say the witness did actually see Miss Sky using the emergency phone. Would mean... Star witnessed the crime from different location. Different location? That's a pointless lie if I've ever heard one. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was this witness when she saw the crime? Okay, it would have to be... She would be in the security room then. Because she said she was delivering to see her... Because then she'd be able to see the murder and the telephone. That take that sounds weird. This is the only place where she could have been. The security guard room? Indeed, the security room is in the underground parking lot. It is well positioned. It's built on the second floor, so you can see the entire lot. She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. Why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone. Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in the A block. The only place where she could have been seen the crime and the back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said you bought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Miss Starr? How many years have I been getting the better of men? I think that the tables could be turned. Today a man has gotten the better of Angel Starr! Oh, okay. Alright. Not sure what this accomplishes, but we did it. Order. Order! Witness! What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. And I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails by lying. You're talking about Miss Sky? Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Starr lie? Doesn't make sense. I don't know. Could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. Didn't change anything. Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was a defendant who stabbed the victim. Truth still stands.
Objection!
Still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. She snow looped in at Colombo. This is true. What? If a witness is found lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows that. Sometimes in this universe. Actually, not usually in this universe. I do a little stretch. Okay, we're good. I wouldn't risk that without good reason. So tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright. Huh? Me? Okay. Well, Mr. Wright, let's review what we know. Okay. The star witnessed the crime from the security guard station. She lied and said she saw it from B block. What? What would change? Angle doesn't matter, does it? Definitely not the distance in light. Let me save. The distance, because she wouldn't be able to immediately arrest her. She'd have to, like, walk all the way there. Changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime.
Objection!
My condolences, Mr. Wright, but one look at the floor plans, it's quite clear. How do you... There's no door. There has to be, like, a staircase. I mean, like, to physically get there.
Objection!
What she saw was not in question here. What matters is the time it would take. That's what I'm saying! Okay. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime scene from the security guard station. How long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Skye? Well, witness? You. Yeah? You ordered the squid wheels, right? Some calamari. Oh, never mind. It's not good calamari. Quality of my lunch has gone from low to inedible. I was bringing PB&J lunch with fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend. Boysenberry for the boyfriend. He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed a crime from the glass ball station. Okay, so there is a staircase. Oh, wait. New information has been given to us. There's more walls back here. Was that always there? No, that definitely wasn't always there, because I was trying to figure out where the security guard room went to. She went around and took the picture. Because you see how it, like, keeps going after the fact? Like, down and towards the right? I think she said, I don't care about this man dying. I'm going to whoop, 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 all the way down, go to block B, take the picture to incriminate her. But the door was locked. I couldn't get it open. Oh, okay, never mind. She's not even... She ran all the way. Oh, and that's how she got the picture. Okay. So you stopped to take a picture after the fact. Interesting. It's quite the detour. Imagine being a security guard and having to deal with an emergency in B block. Yeah, it's not ideal. Probably took me at least 5 minutes. I guess I don't... it's kind of fast. 5 minutes? I can't really... I'm trying to think. Let me look at... Okay, let me... I don't really have a sense of scale. Okay. I guess if you had to loop all the way... Yeah, that sounds about right. Maybe. This changes things considerably. But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. You know it, I have the photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spork. Why didn't you take a picture from the... observation? You have a point, and the spork is a wonderful invention. Would you like another caviar lunch? Absolutely! Uh-oh. Mr. Wright, you have to do something! Let's see. I don't have any evidence to really stop this. Let's just... I think I need more evidence before I go sticking my spork into this mess. Ooh, caviar! Oh, it makes my eyes tingle. Mr. Wright, no evidence can win against the raw power of caviar. It's scientific facts. Everything else left. Strong presence of depth powers of deduction. Let's screw the lid back on these overpriced fish eggs. Oh, okay. I'm doing it anyway. 5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest. Think about it. Could make pasta in that amount of time. If you like it al dente. I've got lunchboxes that tie pasta into knots, rookie. Never tried caviar. Me neither. I wonder what it's like. Isn't caviar a specific type of fish egg? Like, it's from a specific type of fish? Let me Google this. Google, show me caviar. Caviar. From the sturgeon, right. I learned this in Stardew Valley. Oh, okay. Well, roe is general term for fish eggs for any species of fish. Okay. Well, I haven't had roe either. Honestly, the roe looks better tasting. It's like this bright orange, reddish color, and it's shiny. Like, that is screaming yummy meal. A 5-minute blank, isn't that strange? Strange? If you were a criminal, what would you do with those 5 minutes, Your Honor? Well, I'd guess I'd flee the scene. Hey! Don't get the wrong idea, I didn't kill anyone! Oh my god, it was the judge. But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run. But this time was different. This guy dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable. Well then, seems we've come to an end of this testimony. The witness has a grudge against the defendant, and a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, is the next witness ready to go? Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on her account of professional history. We did it! We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright. That was too close. I'm afraid that Gotham Queen has been throned. And with that, court is adjourned. Hold it. Hold on, I'm trying to get a sip of water. Okay. Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right? That's the one she tried to foist off on me! I prefer not to take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say? I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence. What was that? Wait, what? This is another one of our trick lunchboxes. My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Starr. Ah. Is this your jumbo lunchbox? Woohoo! A triple-decker! Out of difference to the witness's determination, I'll allow one more testimony. Let's hear about this decisive evidence. Like Lunchland's motto says, you won't be disappointed. Was she trying to pull out of her lunchbox this time? This case ends soon. Or not this case, but this part ends soon. I'm getting hungry from all these lunchboxes. I want to try caviar. I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now... What? It's a matter of the victim's shoe. Did not bring this up. 2 types of blood were found on this shoe. One is, of course, the victim's, and the other blood type. That's the defendant of Miss Lana Sky. This shoe proves it's flawless, decisive evidence. What? What? There was blood found on that shoe? Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs.
Objection!
Witness, what is the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence? Simple. I've already said. I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself. And you had blood tests performed. Did I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics. In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence. What? You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule: no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, the shoe is legal evidence, at least for the time being. Is that right, Mr. Wright? Seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't you forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, the shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensic department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Hold on, my alarm's going off. Okay, we're good. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Huh? What's the second law of evidence law? Is that right, Mr. Wright? Seems so. This is looking pretty upset about it. You could at least study some evidence law, really. That's his job. Prosecution's complaint notwithstanding, it appears that the evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, it seems you have yet another count against you, witness. I think to ensure that the guilty are properly judged, but you're kind of guilty of something now. 2 things. Victim's shoe. Okay. Why didn't you mention those 5 minutes? Why did you lie about those 5 minutes? As you could say, I just wanted people to look at the results. The results. How many times do I have to say this? I saw the chief prosecutor stab the victim before my very own eyes. Compared to that, 5-minute blank means nothing. Then why didn't you just tell the truth? Don't make me laugh. We're dealing with the most untrustworthy of vile, not known as prosecutors. But aren't you kind of doing the same thing? When you fight monsters, you need to use every trick in the book. This is when the suspect is admitting she did it? But false testimony is the most despicable crime of all, Miss Starr. Let's just get this over with. Why are we letting her testify? She's clearly not trustworthy. Why did you not bring this up? And you found this shoe at the scene of the crime? I detained the chief prosecutor, notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive. It's like an ill-trained pooch who stuck off with a shoe. I was afraid someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. The shoe was my secret weapon if that should happen. See this fashionable basket I have here? It carries more than lunchboxes, gentlemen. I'm happy for you and your lunchbox bag, really. In any case, you removed valuable evidence from the scene of the crime. Suppose what you did next. One was the victims, and the other was Lana Sky. So you brought it to the forensics department. If you're going to submit something as evidence in court, you need it approved. That evidence must be analyzed by a forensics expert. She got away with her little coup because she used to be a detective. The shoe does appear to have bloodstains on it. Well, the man was stabbed after all. And the blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman. As I said, there were 2 types of blood found on the shoe. You can't say for sure the blood belonged to the defendant without a blood test. Time to know something about blood tests, rookie? Huh? Well, speak up. Well... Blood comes in 4 types. A, B, O, and AB. However... Can't tell from a blood test whether the murder was committed in cold blood. That's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright. Actually, we can differentiate between millions of types of with all the blood tests out there. Which means that we can more or less narrow any sample of blood down to just one person. Or so I hear. That's pretty specific. If I had a little more time, I would have gotten DNA test results. If there's any little doubt they could be anyone but Miss Lana Skies. So the suspect's blood was found on this victim's shoe. That ties her directly to the death of Detective Goodman. This evidence go through without a fight. You ordered the peppered fish cuts, right? Oh. Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some like your client. She's enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup. Mr. Wright, do you have any problem with this shoe? Problem? There's a problem. Not imagining things. There's one critical problem with the evidence, a clear contradiction. Gleam in your eye, you're still wrong, young rookie. I'd give you a peppered fish gut now, but you couldn't take the heat, could you? Oh god, oh! Blood on the... I wonder if you noticed... There's blood on the bottom of this shoe. Don't mess with me, rookie. Will be blood on the bottom of my shoe. Or your blood will be on the bottom of my shoe. Your Honor, she's threatening me. Indeed, there is quite a lot of blood on the bottom of the shoe. Makes sense, the victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about the blood on the bottom of this shoe? There's no blood at the... There's no blood on the in the crime scene. Problem lies in the footprint. The footprint? After the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood, then isn't it strange? There weren't any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime? Aha! As you can see, there's no traces of any such footprints. Yeah, there's no blood on at the crime scene, which is actually kind of odd. I think there'd be blood everywhere. This contradicts your claim about this shoe. It only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints. Are there bloody footprints on the crime scene? Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort. Order! 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 Well, witness? What? Hi, Great going, Mr. Wright, but... It's true that the lack of a footprint is a contradiction, but... We have to ask, why wasn't there a footprint? Oh. That's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint. Think, Mr. Wright. Think. Hey, I don't know. Why it's not there? I'm just good at finding contradictions. What? Who said that? I see. Now I get it. Huh? Get what? Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There's one vital hint of truth in her testimony. What are you talking about? Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect. Efforts were in vain. I got my hand aside and kicked over an oil drum. She's beautiful but deadly, a predator. Remember when she said that? That was a strange thing for the normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, that, huh? Not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. But apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belts in the lunchbox factory. Witness! Well, was the oil drum empty? The drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. Water? What does that mean? Still don't get it, Mr. Wright? Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason? Aha! You don't mean... Yes, the suspect knocked over that oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. To erase that blood stain that would become evident against her. That ties things up quite nicely. Bloodstain left on the victim's shoe tied quite clearly to this murder. After the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs. Why, that prosecutor's specialty. That's a prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence. That reminds me, this guy's right hand was hurt. Didn't she say she cut herself when she stabbed him? She used... Lana said that... I mean... What's this lady's name? Angel said that she stabbed him with her right hand. Well, my sister's blood got on the shoe. Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial. Mr. Wright, do something, please! What? What can I do? Just has confessed to the crime and she tried to conceal it, but... Enough. There's no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor. Very well. Angel Starr is on the prosecution side. She could have been lying about the water. This court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Skye. Huh? Little girl, what did you just say? Huh? Me? Did you just say that I, Angel Starr, was on the prosecution side? Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. Well, clearly you have a grudge against the woman. I thought you'd had your fill, but here you're demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence. Wait, witness, don't tell me you have something else.
Objection!
Time for deliberations is past. Any further comments and you will be held in contempt of court. Your threats don't scare the cop-up queen. Look at this! Photograph? Just in case anyone had the gall to suggest, I bet you didn't belong to the victim. I don't think that's what... I see no room for error in this evidence. Mr. Wright, wait! Look at the asphalt in this photo. Hey, it's clearly wet. Tracing the last trace of evidence. Trace of doubt from the court's minds. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all. It's not your fault. I could win this case from the beginning. To be fair, Lana was kind of throwing. She's sandbagging. She's gonna get a blue shell. It seems that what your sister wanted anyway. I'm sorry, Mia. Usually I have a vision of you at this point. Oh, there we go. Right, what or not. Don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Oh god, there it is. Get yourself off the asphalt. Take another good look. Don't give up, not until the bitter end. Don't ask me how I'm doing this when Maya isn't here. This piece of evidence. I knew she'd bail me out in the end anyway. Very well. This time I'd like to declare a verdict for good.
Objection!
Your Honor, wait. What is with you people? Can't I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait? No, it can't. Then it will be too late. Take a look at this photograph. The last one submitted. Trial isn't over, so we give each piece of evidence a proper consideration. So right. You saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence? Yeah, I'll think of it later. There's a problem? Right or wrong, I've gotta go ahead with this. Let me just save real quick. So I'm about to mix some stuff up, and it might get me in trouble. Well, I suppose we've come this far. We should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Okay, it's not his shoe. The knife's definitely in there. What's this? Problem in this photograph is here! What's this? Something poking out of the car's muffler. Wait just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor. You said muffler. Alright, I see no trace of a muffler or scarf in any kind of photograph. Oh, it's a play on words. There's two kinds of mufflers. A muffler is also part of a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as part of the exhaust system, a pipe. Ah, I see. What's that suspicious-looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler? So what if there's something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? Nothing! Absolutely nothing. Well, where is it? Did you take it? Sorry, Miss Starr, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said so. You said as much in your testimony. 3 exclamation marks. What? Let's see what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Because it was mentioned in the phone call. Miss Starr, recall your testimony for the court. Yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. Muffler! Ah, yeah! I'm making noises! Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence. Oh! Whoa! Whoa! The darkness has taken me. Oh, never mind, we're fine. Well, it seems we will have to suspend the proceedings. Suspend? I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered here, we would do a disservice to law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected once more. Bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until we've seen all the evidence. Agreed? I suppose so. Whew. That was close, but we made it, at least for now. This court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime, after all. He's still hungry? To be continued. Alright. Let us save. And with that, we will call it a night. And a stream. Hope you guys enjoyed. Things are definitely getting interesting. Yeah, I still don't know what's going on, to be honest. Thought there was a bit more. Well, this is a good stopping point. But, looks like we've unearthed more questions than answers so far. Because I have, no idea where this is going. But, yeah. Hope you guys enjoy the stream. Next stream will most likely be Undertale. We'll be continuing on that. I think we're gonna fight Metaton next time, which will be fun. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you next time. And have a good night, everybody.